Well, good morning, baseball fans. This is Vinny coming at you with 1964 action. I'll be bringing you the Yankees and the White Sox today. And we have Whitey Ford pitching for the Yankees, Gary Peters going for the White Sox. So we have a couple of left-handers going at it. Um, Basically, we've been um, playing Yankee games and a few games here and there, importing the rest of the games from Retro Street. And I got to tell you, I really like that function. I mean, that is a great idea. So whoever came up with it and put it together, Dana and company, you really you hit that one really good on the mark. I wish, I hate to say it, I wish Strat-O-matic would have done the same thing because I do different projects where I um, play one single team and I have to readjust the standings by hand based on how those games turn out. And this basically does it for you, imports the exact results. So if you haven't had a chance to use this import function in a replay, give it a try. It's well worth it. Anyway, here's the standings so far. Um, in the American League, the Twins and the Tigers are on top with 4-2 records. And you can see the Yankees are back there in fourth place with 3-2 record. And over in the National League, we see that the Phillies leading on top, 4-1 record. Giants are right behind them at 5-2. So that is what's happening in the standings. Taking a look at some of your league leaders here. Let's go with the American League first. Bernie Allen leading the American League with 3 home runs, followed by George Thomas and Leon Wagner. Uh, Average leaders, Wayne Causey of the Kansas City Athletics has a 500 average. Fergosi at 471. Here's Joe Pepitone. Pepitone has been doing extremely well so far in this Yankee replay, hitting 444. There's your RBI leaders. Norm Cash with 7 RBIs. Leon Wagner of Cleveland. You'll notice that I don't know what the issue is with this. Why I can't get the older logos to appear on these, but I'm sure that'll get taken care of down the road. Stolen base leaders, Aparicio with the Orioles has 4. We go to the pitching, and you can see several. Everybody's got 1 win. Orlando Pena of the Kansas City A's with 12 strikeouts. He's the strikeout leader. Um, Bill Mambakette, who both of his starts have been against the Yankees, he has 11 strikeouts. Jim Bouton, Whitey Ford, Al Downing, all throwing uh, shutouts in their initial games, or at least Bouton and Whitey Ford. So, heading over to the National League, let's take a look at the batting leaders there. Billy Williams, Willie Mays leading with 4 home runs. Bob Bailey, 480 average. Dick Allen, 429 um, for the Phillies. RBI leaders, Willie Mays with 11. Stolen base leader, Willie Davis has 3 in the pitching department. Roy Face and Ernie Broglio and Jimmy O'Toole, Klippenstein, Ken Johnson, all with 2 wins. Strikeout leaders, Don Drysdale, 16, Bob Gibson next with 14. And going to the ERA leaders, we have several all at zeros. And there you've got 4 pitchers tossing shutouts. Ernie Broglio, Buell, Al Jackson, and Kurt Simmons. So that's how the statistics look, the league leaders. And we're going to get ready going over here. We are playing Wednesday, April the 22nd. And here we are right here, White Sox, Yankees. White Sox with a 2-3 record. So let's take a look at the lineups here. For the Yankees, Phil Linz will lead it off at shortstop. Bobby Richardson at second base. Roger Maris at third base. Mickey Mantle hitting cleanup in center field. Tommy Trash in left field hitting fifth. Elston Howard is a catcher batting sixth. Joe Pepitone at first base hitting seventh. Clete Boyer hits eighth. And Whitey Ford is pitching batting ninth. Excuse me. For the White Sox, Mike Hirschberger leads off. He will be in center field. Take a look at their cards. We may have seen the other cards before. Don Buford at third base hits second. Floyd Robinson in right field batting third. Ron Hansen is the cleanup hitter. He's at shortstop. Dave Nicholson in left field hitting fifth. Joe Cunningham plays first base. And let me take a look at his card here. Alrighty, yeah, it's the same. Okay. The physical card actually shows him as being here from June 16th to June 30th. There must be a misprint on the card. It must mean April the 16th to June 13th. So that's probably what the deal is with that. Jerry McNerney is the catcher. Excuse me. A little drainage this morning. Is catcher hitting seventh. Al Weiss is a second base hitting eighth. Gary Peters on the hill hitting ninth. He's a pitching 10. So we are ready to go here. And you know that I kind of go through things relatively fast. And here we go. Phil Linz leading it off. So just show you what we have here. Linz hitting 176, has a homer and 2 RBIs here in this 1964 replay. We start off, we have Tough 69, and it is a grounded to second. One away. Bobby Richardson is the hitter. Richardson hitting .050. No home runs, no RBIs at this point in time. We have Tough 53, and that is a grounded to third. 2 outs. Roger Maris stepping in. Maris hitting .211. No home runs, 1 RBI in this young season. And we have in play 23, and that's a base hit, so Maris gets a base hit. He is on, brings up Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle stepping in, hitting 167, 1 home run, 2 RBIs for the Mick. And it's a in play 48, just beyond the reach. And that's a pop to the shortstop to end the top of the first inning. All right, Whitey Ford on the hill. Take a look at what Whitey Ford has done so far. He's pitched 1 game, a complete game shutout, 6 strikeouts. Well, I can't tell you how many hits he allowed or anything, but here we go. Mike Hirschberger will be the hitter. Hirschberger steps in. We have ballpark 22, and that is in play. Only 1 to 18 is a home run chance. So here we go. It is a 60, and that is a fly to right field. Out number 1. Maris makes the catch. Here is Don Buford. Buford steps in. We have Patient, 81. Fly to center field. Mantle makes the catch. 2 down. Floyd Robinson stepping in. 825. Patient 25. And that's a walk for Robinson. Robinson is on. He's had 9 stolen bases in 64. Ron Hansen stepping in. Hansen had 20 home runs. And let's see, we have Tough, 76. Fly to center field. And that is it. No runs, no hits, a man left after 1, no score. We head to the second inning. Tom Trash hitting .316. He's been one of the bright spots on offense for the Yankees. And we have Tough, 38. And that is going to be a base hit for Tommy Trash. He continues to hit. Here's Elston Howard now stepping in. Tresh had 13 stolen bases. McNerney is a two-arm. We'll have to think about it. Elston Howard stepping in. Howard hitting 333, no home runs, 3 RBIs. In play, 71, grounded to second base. Double play chance would be 6 or less on this one. It is a double play. And that will be a 4-6-3. And that makes 2 outs. Brings up Joe Pepitone. Pepitone, the hitter. Pepitone having a good year, hitting 444, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. We have in play 13, and that is a base hit. And so that was a big double play for the White Sox. Clete Boyer stepping in now for the Yankees. Boyer hitting 294 with 1 RBI. There's the 10, tough 85. And we have a grounded to short. Let's see where he goes with it, and it just goes across the diamond. That retires the side. Bottom of the second. Dave Nicholson is the hitter for the White Sox. Tough 85. Strikes out. Here is Joe Cunningham. Cunningham, the first baseman for the White Sox. We have in play 5. It's a double. Joe Cunningham with a double off of Whitey Ford brings up Jerry McNerney. We have in play 54. That is a grounded to third base. Let's see. And he will hold up. Won't go anywhere. And now Al Weiss stepping in. If you were a Met fan, you remember Al Weiss from the '69 World Series. And we have in play 37. And that's a pop up to the third baseman. The side is retired. I'm going to be so happy when the update comes out so I can put a few more outs in there without having to click. That kind of slows you up just a little bit. Whitey Ford stepping in. Let me see. Okay, they don't show cumulative stats for the pitcher. All right, so here's Whitey Ford stepping in. He's a 3-hitter. And we have in play 49. In play 49, fly ball to right field, 1 out. Bill Lynn's the hitter. Lynn's 0 for 1. Tough 25. Lynn strikes out. Out number 2, Bobby Richardson comes to the plate. And we have patient 19. That's a walk. Richardson is on first base. The batter is Roger Maris. Let's take a look. B2, 43 to 99. No, we'll let Maris hit here. We're going to let Maris swing away. We have Tough, 75. And that's a fly to center field. The side is retired. We head to the bottom of the third inning. All right, this card's going to be a little sticky here. All right, Gary Peters stepping in. Peters is a 10 hitter. And we have Tough, 65. He strikes out. Brings up Hirschberger. Hirschberger, Tough, 32. Base hit. Hirschberger is on. We brings up Don Buford. Buford's a switch hitter. Batting right against the left-hander. We have Tough, 5. That's a strikeout. Alrighty, well, let's cancel this and let's go OK, and there we go. All right, Floyd Robinson. Robinson, defense 29. That is a range of the center fielder. Mickey Mantle is a D. That's a 1 to 50 chance for a hit. Let's see what we get. 60. And that's a fly out to center field. We head to the fourth. No score. Mickey Mantle leading it off. Ballpark 35 against the lefties. It's a in play. And for Mantle, it's going to be 89, and that's a grounded to short, one away. Tommy Tresh is the hitter. Tresh, 3, ballpark, 86. Another in play opportunity. It's a 46, and that is a ground to the first. 2 outs now here in the fourth. Elston Howard hitting with 2 outs. We have in play 41, popped up to the first baseman. And that retires the side. We head to the bottom of the fourth. No score. Yankees, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Chicago, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Ron Hansen stepping in. In play, 27, right on the cusp for Hansen. That's a base hit. He's on. Dave Nicholson, not really a threat to run. He only had one stolen base. Here's Nicholson. And we have defense 27, range of the center field. Mantle gets another opportunity with his range rating 75, fly to center field. One away. Here's Joe Cunningham. Cunningham doubled his first time up. We have defense 83. This is a possible error on the shortstop. Lind is an E2. So this will also be a 1 to 59 chance for an error. It is a 51, and 9 is going to be a single and an error. So he beats it out, and then Linds will throw it away. Runner goes, we have to go do it this way. Runner goes to second, then we go the error, then we go to shortstop, then we go the one base error, and then we complete the play, and that puts runners on second and third. So now the Yankees will bring the infield in. Excuse me again. And McNerney is the hitter. Here we go. We have patient 85. 85 is a grounded to short. We're going to check the infield in section. We have a 4. Batter is out, runners advance, other runners hold, so it's just a grounded to short, and runners will hold. So the infield in strategy pays off. 2 outs now, Al Weiss, runners on second and third. In play, 54, and we have a grounded to third, and that ends the inning. White Sox threaten Strand 2 in scoring position, but can't put anything on the board. We finished 4 in Chicago. It is 0-0. Joe Pepitone is the leadoff hitter now. As Peters comes to the hill again, tough 33, and it's a strikeout, one away. Clete Boyer is now the hitter. We have ballpark 76 in play. A 1, and that's a double for Clete Boyer. So Boyer stands on second base. Whitey Ford is the hitter, and they're not going to bunt with 1 out. They're going to let him swing away. We have Patient 62, and that is a grounder to second base, but that's enough to move the runner over. So now we have 2 outs. A runner on third for the Yankees. Phil Linds, who is 0 for 2, is at the plate, and it's a tough 79, and that's a fly to center field to end the Yankee threat. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gary Peters leading it off. We have tough 7, strikeout. Mike Hirschberger is up. We have tough 13, strikeout. Don Buford now with 2 outs. We have 10, tough 59. That is a fly to right field. 3 up, 3 down for the White Sox here in the 5th. We head to the 6th inning. Both starting pitchers have a fatigue rating of 8. Bobby Richardson steps up. Richardson in play, 13 base hit for Richardson. That's his second hit of the ball game. Richardson is on, and with a B2, let me see, B2, let me see, a hold of 4. So we have 8 B2 chances. I could end up stealing as a C2. I think we're just going to let Maris hit here. We have 8, tough 42. Maris strikes out. Mickey Mantle still having struggles here in the early going. Mantle's 0 for 2 today. We have Wheelhouse 87 and Mick the Quick. Well, he isn't quick anymore. He had bad knees, pretty bad in the 64. But Mantle hits a home run and gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. New York on the board. Mantle with a 2-run homer, and Yankees lead it 2-0. And Tom Tresh steps up to the plate. 5, Patient 86. Grounded to short, 2 outs. Elston Howard, the hitter. Howard 0 for 2. 5, 60, Patient 60, and Howard is hit by the pitch. So he is on base, and that brings up Pepitone. Pepitone in play, 21. That's a base hit. Howard is a 6, so he'll go to third base. And it's first and third, 2 outs. Peters in a little bit of trouble here in the 6th. Gives up a 2-run homer and now hits a man and a single. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Boyer, tough 74, and it's a fly to center field. The Yankee inning is over, but Mickey Mantle comes through for the Bombers, and New York leads it 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Floyd Robinson leading off. Tough 6 strikeout. 6 strikeouts for Whitey Ford. Ron Hansen, the hitter. In play, 7 double. Ron Hansen with his second hit of the ball game brings up Dave Nicholson with a runner on second base. Tough 14, and Nicholson strikes out for the second time in this ball game. Joe Cunningham has a double. He's 2 for 2 in this game. We have Ballpark 68, and that's going to be in play. And 61 is a fly to left field. Tommy Tresh makes the play. We head to the 7th inning. New York leading 2-0. Whitey Ford leading it off. Tough 55 strikeout. Here's Phil Linz. It's amazing. Linz has had a 302 average and a 430 on base against lefties. And here he is 0 for 3 so far in this game. 794, tough 94. He's just not getting the roll. He flies to left field. That's the second out of the inning. And Bobby Richardson 1 for 2 with a walk. 11, 36, defense 36. Possible error on the pitcher. And let's see, Peters is an E3, so it's a 1 to 45 chance for an error. And it's not going to be an error. It's going to be a grounder right back to Peters. That retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. McNerney, Weiss, and Peters. And here we go. We have tough 58. Fly to right field, 1 down. Al Weiss, the hitter. Tough 23, strikeout. And now, looks like the White Sox are going to pinch hit for Gary Peters. They're going to see if they get something going here. And let's see who it's going to be. Minnie Minosa, I believe, is who pinch hit in real life. So they're going to go with Minnie Minosa as the pinch hitter. Alrighty. Minosa only had 31 at-bats in 1964 as he was coming to the end of his career. Here we go. Ballpark 77 is in play. And 47 is going to be a grounder to third. That ends the inning for the White Sox. Okay. And let's see, who do you bring in here? Well, see, I don't remember who exactly they had in here, but I think they're going to go with Eddie Fisher. Eddie Fisher, he had 127 innings pitched, so we're going to put him in the pitching spot. Excuse me. And we go to the top of the eighth with the Yankees leading 2-0. And Roger Maris stepping in. And we have tough 29. That's a strikeout. Up comes Mickey Mantle. Mantle with the big blow so far in this game. And it's in play 16. And that's a base hit for Mantle. So Mantle's on with his second hit of the game. Tommy Tress is the batter. And we have tough 87. 87 is a grounder to shortstop. Has to be better, less than or equal to 5. It's a 10. So we have, what did I say? A grounder, well, grounder to second base. So they get the force out. I kind of lost track of the rule there for a second. All right, so Howard is the hitter. And we have 30. That's a wild pitch. Tress will go down to second. And now we have patient 95, and that's a fly to left field. And that does it for the Yankees in the eighth. And now Mike Hirschberger will step in. Hirschberger 1 for 3. We have defense 63, possible error on Richardson. Richardson is an E4. It's a 1 to 35 chance. It's a 51, so that'll be a liner to the second baseman. Line out, second, one down. Don Buford stepping in. 9-27 in play, 27. It's a base hit, Buford. So Buford is on. Floyd Robinson stepping in. And we have tough 34. That is a base hit. And so now, first and second, and now they're going to come out and talk with Whitey Ford. There's one out, and you have Ron Hansen, who hit 9 home runs against lefties, a 271 average, 363 on base. All right, and they're going to let Whitey stay in there with one out. Here we go. Whitey doesn't have any wheelhouse rolls on his card, so that's probably one reason they keep him in. This is in play 53, and that is going to be a ground to the third. Double play possibility 6 or less. It is a 9, so it's a fielder's choice. Out at second, third to second, so there are 2 outs. And here is Dave Nicholson with runners on first and third. Ballpark 29. This is an in play as well. They have a very low wheelhouse ratings in Chicago. All right, it's a 7. That is a base hit, and Hansen will go to third. It's now 2-1, and Joe Cunningham is the hitter. And I think now the Yankees are going to go into their bullpen as Whitey Ford gives up his first run in the season. And let's see, who do we bring in? That is the question. Alrighty. Steve Hamilton is a left-handed pitcher, and he's coming in to face, we can find him, there he is down there. So Hamilton is the new pitcher for the Yankees. Joe Cunningham, the hitter. Here we go. And we have tough 71, and that's a grounder to short. And they're going to flip to second for the out. and that is going to do it. So the Yankees get out of the jam, but the White Sox do get a run. They strand a couple. And after 8 innings, it is New York 2, Chicago 1. Eddie Fisher remains in the game. He'll face Joe Pepitone. Pepitone 2 for 3 today. Tough 19. He strikes out. One away. Clete Boyer is the hitter. And we have in play 93. Fly to left field. 2 down. All right. Pinch hitter is going to be coming up for Steve Hamilton. The Yankees are going to be going with Archie Moore. Archie Moore is going to be the pinch hitter for the Yankees. Let's see. Here we go. And it's a tough 53. He just strikes out. All right. And the Yankees will go with Hal Renniff. Oh, he's got a rest. Maybe we're not going to go with him. Let's see. Who's ready? Mickelson. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with P. Mickelson. Mickelson had 12 saves for the Yankees in 64, so I guess we're going to go ahead and use him. Jerry McNerney is the hitter. We're in the bottom of the ninth. This game coming down to the wire. Here we go. We have in play 11. It's a base hit for McNerney. And so now Al Weiss will come to the plate, and he is going to sacrifice. He is a B bunter, and I'm going to use Stratomatic's bunting chart for this. So it's a 6B, and he is thrown out by the third baseman, so it is a sacrifice bunt. And so McNerney is down to second, and that's going to bring a pinch hitter now to the plate. And let's see, who is this going to be? Take a look at some of the cards here. Pete Ward. Pete Ward. Hard to imagine why he hasn't been, well, he's got a lefty starting. So Pete Ward, who, when you take a look at his card, he's got 23 home runs for 1964, and he's coming up as a pinch hitter here. So Ward pinch hitting, and let's see what goes on. We have Tough 76. This is a fly to center field. That's out number 2. So Ward is out. That brings up Mike Hirschberger. Hirschberger comes to the plate, 2 outs. They've got a runner on second base. Can Mickelson nail it down? Here we go. It is patient 47. A double. Hirschberger doubles. And so now it is a tie ball game. 2-2 as Don Buford steps into the plate. Buford is the hitter, 689, tough 89, and that's going to be a grounded to short. We are going into extra innings, folks. Now, I don't know. I don't think the ghost runner rule is on it here. I hope it's not. We need to bring in a pitcher for the White Sox. And let's see who that pitcher is going to be. Hoyt Wilhelm. Hoyt Wilhelm. is the new pitcher, Wilhelm, in 1964. Well, looks like he's been making some appearances in this replay. 3.60 ERA, so not as good as 1.99 at this point in the game. Phil Linz is the hitter. I think we're going to pinch hit for Yankees are going to pinch hit for Linz here. And let's see who they're going to go with. Maybe we're not going to pinch hit for him. Okay. All right. Pedro Gonzalez is going to be the pinch hitter for Phil Linz. So Pedro Gonzalez will come to bat for Phil Linz. Take a look at Gonzalez hitting 333 on the year. He had 277 in 1964. So here's Gonzalez, and he's facing Hoyt Wilhelm. We have in play 60, grounded to third for the first out. Bobby Richardson stepping in. We have in play 93, fly to left field. There are 2 outs. Here's Roger Maris. And we have tough 69. And it is a grounded to short. 3 up, 3 down. It says I need to fix the lineup. Yes, we are going to make some changes here. And what we are going to do is we're going to put Gonzalez at third base. And we are going to move Clete Boyer to shortstop. Mickelson is going to stay in the game. And Floyd Robinson will be the batter for the White Sox. So the Mickey Mantle home run in the 6th gets wiped out. And Robinson is the batter. We have Patient, 54. And that is a base hit for Floyd Robinson, his second hit of the ball game. Brings up Ron Hansen, the cleanup hitter, who's 2 for 4. And that is a tough 99, fly to left field. 1 away, Dave Nicholson steps up. We have tough 62, strikeout. Nicholson, don't know why they continue to play him. And here's Joe Cunningham, had that big hit with 2 outs. And so we have tough 23, he strikes out. Side retired. Hoyt Wilhelm back out to the hill, facing Mickey Mantle. We have tough 29. Mantle strikes out. Here's Tommy Tresh. Tough 50. Strikeout. Elston Howard. Tough 39. He strikes out. Wilhelm strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Mickelson is still in there for the Yankees. Jerry McNerney leading it off. Patient, 72, grounded to second. Al Weiss. Patient, 10, a walk. Weiss is on. And the White Sox will go to the bench. Runner on first base. And let's see, Tommy McCraw will be the pinch hitter for the White Sox. Tommy McCraw stepping in. Mickelson set to deliver. In play, 44. Grounded right back to the pitcher. We have a 5 or less chance for a double play. It's a 7, so they're only going to get the force. So pitcher to the shortstop covering. That is Out number 2, Tommy McCraw is a C base stealer. Mike Hirschberger is the hitter. It would be a C2. McCraw with a 5. 12 C2. He's going to try to steal. They're going to try to get something going here. So 12 C2. We roll the dice. It's a 13, so we're looking at D2 instead. And it's going to be a 7. Stolen base with a possible error here. All right, so if it's greater than his E rating, it is. It's a 6. So we have a stolen base. And I think we have to do safe on the error. Wild throw. McCraw goes down to third base. And now, so Howard throws it into the outfield. And now, Hirschberger's up there with a runner on third and 2 outs. In play, 62. And that is a grounder to second base, and that does it. Okay, we got to bring in a new pitcher for the White Sox. We've already used Fisher. We've already used Wilhelm. And let's see. Don Mosey. Another left-hander. Will be the pitcher for the White Sox. We're in the 12th inning, folks. Top of the 12th, Joe Pepitone leading off. Tough 65. Grounded to short. Clete Boyer, the hitter. Wheelhouse 25. Let's take a look at the card. You can see a 1 to 27 chance for a home run. Boyer homers, and the Yankees lead it 3 to 2. All right, let's take a look at what we have for the Yankees here. Let's see. Only Al Downing is the only pitcher left. Okay. And my guess is that Mickelson is going to be tired. So we're going to have to figure out a couple of things here. Okay. Hector Lopez is going to hit for Mickelson. So Lopez is the hitter. And we have Tough 77, and that is a fly to center field. Out number 2. Brings up Pedro Gonzalez with 2 outs. Wheelhouse 77. Nothing there for Gonzalez. It's going to be a fly to center. Okay. So now, the Yankees are going to use Al Downing to try to finish this game off. Don Buford leads it off. And we have Patient 27. That's a walk. So leadoff man is on. Brings up Floyd Robinson. Tough 64. Grounded to fly to left field. Fly to left field. Out number 1. Here's Ron Hansen. In play 2. That is a double. We'll pull the card, see what happens. Runners advance 2 bases. And just like that now, the go-ahead runs are on. And so let's see. The Yankees are going to intentionally walk Dave Nicholson to load the bases. Joe Cunningham is the batter. Infield will come in. Here we go. Tough 24. Big strikeout for Al Downing. And now we have Jerry McNertney, who is 1 for 5 in this ball game. There are 2 outs. The bases are loaded. Here's the pitch by Downing. Tough 66. And it is a grounder to second base. That will end the ball game. The Yankees and Al Downing escape a big jam here in the bottom of the 12th, and they go on to win. They beat the White Sox 3-2 in this series opener. Let's take a look at the box score. See who's going to end up being the MVP of this game. Take a look at the Yankees. Mickey Mantle, I'm going to give you got to give it to Clete Boyer, who came up with that big home run. We'll give it to Boyer. Clete Boyer will get the MVP for the game. That was big. Mickey Mantle had a couple of hits today. Home run, 2 RBIs. His home run got erased, though, when the White Sox scored runs in the 8th and the 9th to tie it up. Let's see who else. Pepitone with a couple of hits. Boyer with a couple of hits. Again, giving Boyer the MVP for the game. Let's look at the White Sox here. Ron Hansen had 3 hits for the White Sox. Hirschberger a couple. Cunningham had a couple. And Floyd Robinson had a couple. Let's look at the pitching. Whitey Ford went 7 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 1 run earned. Struck out 8. Gary Peters, the starter for the White Sox, went 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Your winning pitcher, Pete Mickelson, went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, gave up the tying run, and the save goes to Al Downing, who goes the 12th inning, walked a couple of hitters and gave up a hit to load the bases, but he was able to get out of the jam. The losing pitcher, Don Mosey, ends up giving up the home run to Clete Boyer. So there you have it. So let's switch this over. Clete Boyer as the MVP, hitting that big home run in the 12th inning. Here's your final line. Yankees, 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. The White Sox, 2 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings as of right now. The Yankees are now 4-2. In fact, let's go ahead. Let me take a look at the games here. I want to see there's another game here that I want to play. Koufax, Simmons, Henley, Jay, Bruce. No, let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the games here. Okay, so there you go. That's for the next day. All right, so there you go. Houston over Cincinnati 2-0. Minnesota beats Washington 7-6. The Angels beat the Tigers 3-2. And Giants outlasted the Braves, the Milwaukee Braves 8-6. And Koufax got another loss, 0-3 to start the year. He's having a rough start to the season. Dodgers are just 1-7. And the Cardinals won that game 7-6. So let's go and look at the standings now that they've been updated. Twins are leading the American League by half a game over the Yankees, who were 4-2. Phillies have taken over. They lead the National League with a 4-1 record. Giants are actually a half a game above, but they are 1 game back in the loss column. So there you go. That's the final score I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Final score in 12 innings: Yankees 3, White Sox 2. Have a good day.